Alright. Alright, fuck it, we're here. Alright, welcome to the tavern. Um, yeah, so I don't know how this is gonna work exactly. I don't really plan things. Um, but yeah, I figured it would be something to do, I guess. Yeah. So I guess I'm just waiting for people, unless Kyle, you're actually here paying attention. See that you're here, chat. Like in the stream. Here, let's we'll be on the veil for a second. Uh Show you some stuff. Uh, all right, so that's what my mess of a screen looks like right now. I'm not using that screen, but I have my notes app open, the Obsidian Notes, that I have in thing, so I can keep track of stuff. Obviously, I got my chatty, but then I also have over here, I have dungeon open for when I need to actually open stuff. So I have a campaign, so there's stuff that's important to know, I guess. I'm probably not going to use any of this. This can create quests for me. So, yeah. Also, there is an ad happening. One moment. Alright, so while we are waiting for people, chat, I should start adding stuff that's important to know. Next. Alright, so we're gonna have a little text. Not sure where it's gonna go exactly, but we're just gonna have it there. Text. World. I don't need this title actually. Warm arrest. Town of Freeford. Done. Oh, that's supposed to be there. Lock that down. Okay. Yep. All right. Yeah, I don't have much of a plan, but I have resembling something resembling a plan. So yeah, I'm not really sure. Like I said, I didn't really plan this out very well. I just kind of have ideas in my head. We're not going to be going with a rolling system. We're just gonna do fucking adventures, and what happens happens. Um, yeah. Everyone's gonna have a class once they decide to speak up. Let's actually add that as well. Mage. Fighter. Ranger. Sure, we'll go with cleric. Rogue. Bard. PC. Oh. I should probably change it over the class section. Next. Ready. Change the color. I can. I just want gray. No, that didn't change. I seduced the DM. No. Yo, Kyle, is everything legible? Or is things too big, too small? You rolled a 5. There's no rolling in this game. I literally just said that. You gotta pay attention, dude. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I literally don't have a plan. It's just freeform. No, you've been here the whole time. Don't fucking lie to me. Listen, I'm just gonna start with just you. You're gonna be leading this entire adventure, I guess. Choose a class. You can choose any of the classes listed, or any other class that you can think of. Within reason. Also, I'm gonna crack open a cold one with the boys. I'm gonna need the energy. Fuck, I'm in charge. I mean, you're the only one that's here. No play. Drum roll, please. Wow. Okay. You are a fighter. Ready. That is background color. How do I change text color? That's how I change text color. You're like green. You're gonna be green. Jump! Yeah, jump. Alright, the green kind of looks bad. Yo, there's just fucking text everywhere, huh? That's what I've decided with my life, isn't it? Green do look bad. Yeah, it's probably because I don't have anything else there. Oh, okay. Drop shadow. Alright, we'll just... Everything is just gonna be white. Ow. Oh, you're back. Hello, welcome back. Yeah, so you're a fighter. So that means you have a weapon. Would you like an axe, a sword, or something else? Pointy shield. Alright, sounds good. You have a pointy shield. Yeah, so you are a fighter. Pointy shield. Now, something you know in this world. Everyone has found out the world is ending in 31 days. This was something that everyone woke up having the exact same dream the night before. That the world is going to end in 31 days. Now, some people obviously didn't discuss this with other people, but most people these days know when the world is going to end. It happened last week that everyone shared the dream. Fire and brimstone and all that jazz. And you guys, you discussed this with whomst ever you live with or near, neighbors, friends, family, whatever. And you're not sure if there's a way to stop it. You're damn sure we're gonna try. Before you do, though, you need a drink. So you are in the tavern. The Welcoming Unicorn. Old one? Cool. Yep. We're the boys. Yo, where are the boys? You are the boys today, Kyle. So yeah, you are in the tavern. Having a nice cold one. Everyone's just, taking the news surprisingly well that the world is going to end. You have heard that something nearby has fallen in the hills. There's a forest, and outside that forest, there are some hills. And someone saw something falling from the sky. Yeah. Would you like to talk with someone at the tavern? Would you like to just drink your drink in silence? Would you like to do something, explore the world? The world is your oyster. Everyone, a lot of people, are taken off from their days at work, because the world is gonna end. You'll talk to the oyster? Alright, great. So yeah, you see, an old seaman. Oh. I thought you wanted to talk to the oyster. There was an old man, an old seaman, who's a sea captain, sitting at, one of the tables. I know it was a meme. I was gonna roll with it. There is an old ship captain. Would you like to talk to him? Did no rolls? Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, so there's definitely a ship captain at one of the tables. There is a bartender. He is serving drinks. Just finished serving a drink. He is now wiping down the bar with a rag. There are a few other people as well, just chilling, having a drink. You know how it be, random people. Yeah, would you like to talk to the barkeep, the ship captain, someone else? The barkeep notices you and says, "Ah, doing great. How are you? Despite the circumstances, we're still open. People want to go somewhere once the whole dream business happened. So we're definitely still here. Is there anything else I can get you? I see you're finishing that beer as you do." Yeah, it's the bartender's human. I'm good. One liquor. Sure. What do you have? I could use some information. Sure. What kind of information were you looking for? On? Oh, I'm good on liquor, but I could use some information. Of course. What information were you looking for? I hear lots of things these days. People keep their mouths a little bit less tight when the world's gonna end. As you know, as he says the world's gonna end, everyone in the bar cheers and then takes a sip. Thing fell out in the hills. Anyone venture out that way? Yeah, we got a few reports. About 3 people saw something falling from the sky. They said the sky was falling, but everyone knows the sky's not gonna fall for another 31 days, you know? So a lot of people haven't really ventured out there. If you were looking for some more information, I know the guard. There's a guardsman nearby the gate. He definitely he's one of the witnesses. Henry's his name. You want to go talk to him about that? Sure, he can point you out in the direction. Was that all you were looking for, or any other information you wanted to get? Of course. Have a nice day. You pay the man. Yep. You've already paid for your drinks. You're good. If you wanted to leave a tip, you're more than welcome to. Okay. Yeah, you leave him like a copper or two. Just, you know, not much, but just something. He appreciates it. He nods to you. And, yeah, you finish your drink when you at your leisure. Yeah, so I assume you're planning on heading over to the guard? I'm gonna talk to a cop. He's not a cop, he's a guard. There's a difference. One moment. Yeah. Also, you are completely welcome to, like, try to throw in a curveball and just be like, hey, well, I want to try to see if this can happen. And I might be able to work it into the story. So, yeah. You mosey on in through the town. And you approach the gate. Yep, you approach the town gate. It's a rather large town. There is a wall surrounding the town. It's not quite a city, but there is a wall. Yep, you do mosey on. Speaking of moseying, do you like the outfit? I was going to try to find another outfit to go with the DMing thing, but I couldn't think of anything, so I was just like, alright, fuck it, I'll just be a cowboy. So yeah, there's 2 guards standing there at the gate. Change the setting to Western, I won't complain. Yeah, but I don't know how to do that. And then I'd have to talk in an accent the whole time. And I only want to talk in an accent part of the time. Anyways, you mosey on over to the town gate, and you're familiar with the town, whether you live here or you're passing by. You know pretty much, you know, how things go. Yeah, yeah. You know where things are. You may not know everyone here. You may or may not know Henry. But there are 2 guards standing there. If you know him, you know him. If you don't, you know, you can assume one of them is Henry. 2 guards standing there. They look kind of bored, just looking at looking outward, away from the gate, like away from the town and into the wilderness beyond. Like I said, there is a forest out in the distance. Yeah, there's a forest in the distance, and you know the guards. Yeah, so one of the when you say to them, you say, this is one of you happen to be Henry. They both look at each other, and you notice obviously one of them seems to be obviously taken aback that you know his name. And he says, yeah, I'm Henry. And what might I ask you're looking for me for? Usually people just say, hey, you, guardsman, something happened. It's nice to be addressed by name. I appreciate it. Sorry to bother you, but barkeep down at... yes, the tavern is the Welcoming Unicorn. Jump. Good meme. Oh, you got it! Nice. That you saw the thing fall? If by thing you mean the sky, yeah, a piece of the sky was falling last night. I saw it, and so did 2 other people, I hear. So I'm not crazy. And you can see the other guard that's there is kind of snickering. Hey, Wendy, what's up? If you'd like to play along, you can choose a class. It can be one of the classes that's listed above. You can make up your own class. Yeah, right now, Kyle is leading the party. He is talking to a guardsman outside at the town gate. So yeah, just say your class whenever you'd like. Yeah, you can see the other guard snickers as Henry the sky sure is big. Was it like a cloud or a star or something? You know what? It totally could have been a star. I don't think it was a cloud. Clouds are, clouds don't really fall. They just kind of move around. They're big old balls of whatever. It could have been a star, but if a star had fallen this close to the Earth, man, that would have been bad, right? And the other guard says, listen, you saw a bird fall out of the sky, okay? You saw a bird fall out of the sky, and you just think that it's something big because 2 other people saw it. Yes, you say anyone gone to check it out? And the 2 guards look at each other and go, what? No, I mean, the world's ending. A lot of people figure that this is just another one of those signs. I don't know. I mean, no one really wanted the guards to patrol out there. And the other guard that's, he's kind of taking the lead of the conversation now that you're asking more about what's actually happening. Okay, no problem. Wendy is a bard. And Wendy, as you are walking out of the town, you've heard of conversation about everyone. So just some context for you, Wendy, as you just popped in. Everyone had a dream about a week ago, and everyone had the exact same dream, down to every detail, about the world ending. So in 31 days, the world is planning on ending, and everyone is convinced that it will actually happen. So you're walking out of the town. Yes, the world is gonna go bye-bye. So you're walking out of town, and you hear this conversation with a person with a pointed shield, talking to 2 guardsmen about something falling out in the beyond the forest. Maybe it's a good idea to introduce yourself to the party. Currently, Kyle is the only one that is in the party. So yeah. The guardsman says, yeah, I mean, I can point you out. Ah, shit, I need a name. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna call you specifically Kyle for now, unless you actually give me a name. And Wendy, I hope you don't mind, I'm going to call you Wendy unless you come up with a name, which it's totally fine if you don't. So yeah, the guard says, I mean, I can point you in the direction, but it's really dangerous to go alone. You seem like the kind who can deal with some stuff, but I just want to make sure that you alright. And Wendy, of course. So Wendy, you're a bard. Do you have a specific instrument that you play? And yeah, you can hear these guards talking about how, going alone out into the forest is kind of a dangerous idea. Amazing. Play the funny little flutes. Alright, yeah. So you have a flute, and your flute is magic. So you can cast spells by playing little ditties to deal some damage, to heal some people up. Basic bard stuff. If you think of something else you'd like to be able to do, you're welcome to do that. Um, yeah, so Kyle, yeah, Wendy approaches you and, greets you. You see a bard who has a flute somewhere on their person. And the one guard says, "Oh, I know you. You're that bard. You've been playing in the tavern the last few nights. I love your little ditties on that you play on the flute." And again, this was the same guard that's not Henry. Henry looks over at the other guard and goes, "Ha, back to just guard, isn't it?" Yeah, no problem. You're just talking to each other right now. Um, yeah, I mean, hey, you listen. It's very freeform. We're not doing anything with dice. We're not doing anything with like specific rules and roles and stuff. Yeah, cool. So yeah, you guys form a party up together. This is common for people to do. Uh, a lot of the times people meet random travelers. Yeah, you're gonna find out why the world is ending. Exactly. So a lot of the times, people will form up parties just to make traveling a little bit more safe. So you two approach each other, and it's very simple for you to, you could probably trust each other. Um, Not to say anything, but yeah. Um, after a bit of time, I assume you guys leave the guards and start walking into the forest. So let me pull up something. And again, I apologize. I am just doing all of this on the fly, with not a plan in my thoughts in my brain, if I even have a brain. How's that looking? There you go. Now you're in the forest. So yeah, you guys start walking into the forest, and there is a bit of a trail, but not a huge trail. Um, and you guys discuss with each other about your various talents. Wendy, you mentioned the fact that your music can uplift people. It can, you can, in a fight, you're good with casting protection, healing people a little bit, fighting monsters by sonic damage, stuff like that. And Kyle, you mentioned that you're primarily a defender. You have a shield, but you're not afraid to use it to do harm if it means protecting those that you care about, or those that you're traveling with. Um, so again, you introduce each other as Charlie and Wendy, and yeah, as you are walking in the forest, you come across. You hear some howling in the distance. Death by Megalovania, my ultimate attack. Yes, it does take a little bit of time to warm up though. Um, can't just go straight for it. Yeah, so you guys hear some howling in the distance. You can kind of think about you kind of can think about what your plan is. You know that wolves are common in the area, so it's not really that uncommon to hear about them. And post up the front with the shield at the ready. So you know that sometimes there's other ways of dealing with the wolves that is not purely attacking them. There's always options when it comes to these encounters that I'm going to be bringing up. If you think of something that's creative that you would like to do, just let me know, and I will roll with it. But it does appear that Charlie starts to ready up his shield. and you decide to back him up. Okay, no problem. So you guys know that wolves are common, and they are a common threat in this area. So, you know, it's always nice to be prepared. So you can hear these howls coming, and it does appear that they are planning on hunting. And the wolves do show up. There are 3 wolves that show up. They come far off into the distance from the left, and they do appear to have chosen you as their prey. It's a little uncommon for wolves to attack people. It's common for wolves to attack people. These wolves do look like they're pretty hungry. So they do seem to be ready for a fight. They are gearing up to, they do appear that, their eyes, they're more focused on the bigger threat that is Charlie with his larger shield, his overall, larger frame. And if anyone also wants to jump in at any time, you are welcome to. And anyone who is in the game, if I use a pronoun that is incorrect, please correct me. I do not mean to do that. So yeah, what would you guys like to do? The wolves are not attacking yet, but they are in a formation aimed towards Charlie, which is, it's too late now. Yes, jump. Jump. Yeah, either of you. Do you have any food on you? Yes, you have. You have a few pieces of rations. You might have some dried meat, figs, fruits. You know, common traveler's gear. You do have. I'll say you have some. Yeah, dried meat. Exactly. You have some dried meat. All right. Okay, yeah, so you pull out a strip of jerky. Alright, I just want to get this up there. You take out a strip of jerky, and the lead wolf, does appear to be, you wait to see what happens. Yep, no problem. You're also welcome to, like, maybe play a calming melody if that's what your plan is. You don't have to. So yeah, you take out a piece of jerky, and how would you like to try to feed this, this wolf? Are you throwing the jerky? Are you holding it in your hand? You waving it around? Like, you know, how exactly is this? Are you trying to do this? You toss the jerky and okay, yeah. So you toss some jerky out. I assume you're tossing out a bunch, maybe like 5 or 6 pieces. There's 3 wolves. You know, you throw out some of the jerky. The wolves look at you, and then at the jerky, and they start to. The lead wolf, the two other wolves that are behind the lead wolf, flanking him. They are both staring at him, waiting for him to make a decision. And the wolf starts to walk slowly up to the jerky, and it sniffs it and inspects it. Yeah, as it's inspecting it, is there anything you guys would like to do? Okay, yeah, so you're trying to be more of a calming, less menacing position, because like you said, you had your shield at the ready, so now you're kind of lowering your shield a bit, still having it up. You know, you're still paying attention, obviously, if the wolf is going to jump at you, you're ready for that. But you're kind of, you know, going into less of a threatening stance. So the wolf sees this, starts eating the jerky, lets out a soft, like, woof, like, woof. And the other two wolves slowly, one of them goes closer in, takes a piece of jerky, eats it, finishes eating that piece of jerky, backs away a little bit. The second wolf that's in the back goes up to the jerky. You throw your flute like a stick so that you could. All right, yeah. So you try to play fetch with the dog. Unfortunately, as these wolves are trying to eat the jerky, the second wolf that was in the back kind of slowly starts going up to the jerky. You throw your flute and you say, "Fetch, boy!" Unfortunately, these are wild animals, and they're not really sure what happened. So they all freeze in panic, and they all get into, again, like a ready stance, like a threatening stance again. Yeah. You know, obviously, you know, you could do whatever you want. Sometimes some things happen. You ruin the process. No, you're fine. You're just thinking like, oh, dogs like to play fetch. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. So after a few seconds, the wolves calm down again as they realize you weren't trying to threaten them. And they go back to paying attention to the jerky. And yeah, Wendy, your flute actually is magic, so it appears back at your side after about a minute or two. So you have your flute right back at your side if you ever want to use it again. Kyle, same thing with your shield. It's magic. It's enchanted so that anytime you need it, you can call it to your side. So the wolves eat the jerky. They do it very carefully. Captain America time. Yeah, you could certainly do that. I assume you're not tossing it right now at the wolves. They do seem to be calmed down now that you've fed them. Correct. Okay. Yeah, so they seem to be calmed down. They don't seem to be outwardly hostile. However, they are still wild animals. They're probably not going to be able to be domesticated with one interaction like this. But they do eat the jerky. And you know, you threw enough jerky that I mean, I have 31 days. Yeah, exactly. So they seem calmed down by you know, by your presence. You guys are not threatening them in any way. You fed them. After a little bit of time has passed, they start to mosey on away. And I am going to say mosey on a few times, I guess. So the wolves leave the area that you are in the forest, and you've successfully diffused the situation with the wolves. They have left. They do not seem like they are going to attack you at any time soon. Would you like to discuss with each other what happened? Yeah, so, you know, like I said, you guys...
Nice car.
Thanks, I grew up myself. So yeah, you guys have, you know, been in fights before, but working together as a team to try to defuse the situation is always a good thing. No one was hurt. Perfect. You guys did great. Should have tamed them. Well, like I said, in only one encounter like that, it's probably not that likely. Yeah, so yes, 31 days. Yeah, so you guys are in the forest. The wolves have left, and you guys, I assume, decide to continue on the path in the direction that Henry the Guard has pointed you in. The forest is relatively large, and after a bit of time walking and, chatting with each other if you'd like, um, you come to a bit of a different area. With a lone tree standing. Oh, that is very big. Make that less big. There's a lone tree standing out in the distance. It does seem peculiar, in a way, because it is clearly a different type of tree as the others. And I'm going to, since we have more than just one person, I'm gonna get rid of your classes. You guys should remember that. Yeah. So you guys see this peculiar tree. You are welcome to investigate it. You do not have to investigate. You have the option of just passing by. Also, there is an ad happening in like 30 seconds. So be aware of that. Feel free to continue to chat in the chat. Ads couldn't be me. Yeah, exactly. Ad time, yay. Yeah, feel free to talk in the chat even throughout the ad. You got me. It's me. Love ad time. Secret sound for me and you. Ah, yeah, a secret sound that no one in the chat can possibly hear, and definitely don't even know what it is. They definitely can't see that you redeemed something. Shh, it's a secret. Yeah, but they can't hear me because the ad is going on right now. It's actually going on now, supposedly. Yeah. True. And anyone else that may be lurking, you're welcome to join in at any time. You don't have to, though. Totally up to you. That time is a pretty good time to join. Yeah, exactly. Alright, the ad should be ending right about now-ish. I have no idea. Like I said, there is this strange tree that looks different from any of the other trees around. There's some sort of an aura to it. And Wendy, you definitely feel some sort of draw to it. It's not like, you're not like compelled to do anything about it, but you do feel some sort of ambient magic resonating from the tree. Being that you have magic yourself, you definitely feel some of this. For Kyle, Charlie, the tree is just it's definitely weird. You're not really sure what kind of tree it is, but it's definitely different from the other ones around there. You guys are free to pass up on the tree. You guys are welcome to explore the tree if you'd like to. Get a little consensus going, a little discourse on what you guys would like to do. Some big wood. Yeah, so you guys both do notice that it's different. And Wendy definitely seems to want to check it out. Charlie agrees. So you guys walk up to this tree, and the first thing you notice is that there's actually a face inside of the tree. The next thing you notice is that there's also a body that emerges from the tree as you are inspecting it. And outside is a dryad. Second. And I am just pulling random images from Google. I really hope this is actually transparent. Shocked Pikachu, yes. Oh, wow. That is super transparent. Alright, let me... I didn't actually click on it. You know what? Fuck it. We're scuffed. We're gonna be here regardless. So yeah, a dryad appears outside of the yeah, classic JPEG moment. Yeah. A dryad is a creature that is a protector of the trees. This dryad comes outside, emerges from the tree, and yeah, we love the scuff. Yeah, so Charlie, you say, "Pardon, didn't realize this was occupied." The dryad says, "Oh, no problem, I understand. Not many people find this area of the wood. It is actually enchanted against those who would do harm to any of the creatures in the forest. So it's actually surprising to see visitors. I understand you two have had a recent encounter with some of the creatures of the forest. Is that true?" You're welcome to lie to this dryad, tell the truth. Totally up to you. Yes, we met some wolves. I suppose that kind of means we become recommended. Yes, I am. The dryad looks a little confused at your the word "ma'am," but says, in a way, somewhat, something like that. Yes, those wolves are a test for any who enter the wood. They're not actually real wolves. They're more of a manifestation of the forest itself that is meant to test those who enter the wood. And as she says this, one of the wolves that you saw earlier shows up from behind the tree, which is very surprising because you were not expecting it to be behind there. It walks over and sits and lays down next to the dryad. Now, because of your kindness that you have shown these creatures, I would like to grant you one boon. You can have, between the two of you, you must decide if you would like to have a companion that will accompany you and protect you, or you may have the protection of the forest itself, which will ward against anything too dangerous from coming to you. Understand that this is a conditional gift, and if you do anything that it harms the forest or the land itself, it will be revoked and with immediate repercussions. Please discuss amongst yourself which of these two boons you would like. Yeah, dog poggers, of course. Yeah, of course. So Wendy is saying that they would like the protection of the forest. And Kyle, Charlie, I assume Charlie wants the companion to accompany you guys. Forest. All right. Yeah. So you guys easily can defer. All right. No problem. Yeah. So you guys decide that it's probably best to have protection from the forest. While it would be really cool to have a companion, you both know that there are things that are very dangerous that can be in the forest, and so you've made a decision and easily tell the Dryad that you would prefer the protection of the forest, and the Dryad is happy to oblige and says, of course, it is not likely that you and I will ever meet personally again, but just know I will be watching. As she sinks back into the tree, you guys both feel, you guys weren't hungry or anything, but you do feel like you've just eaten like a full meal, so you feel fully sated. Your hunger and thirst are quenched. There was a little bit of a chill in the air, but it's now a nice warming breeze that is surrounding you two. And as you blink, the tree actually disappears, and you return to the forest without that tree ever being there, it seems. It is a strange occurrence that as you blink, your surroundings seem to change around you. You guys are welcome to comment on that or ignore the fact. No maidens. Yes, the Dryad was all a dream, all a hallucination. Yeah, and you guys are welcome to continue on your merry way. Alright, yeah, no problem. Yeah, you guys continue on your merry way as you're, discussing the fact that this strange occurrence has just happened where, you were basically just granted a boon from the forest. You still feel, you feel the effects of the calming wind, and you continue on your way through the forest. As you are, going through the forest, you notice some woodland critters, some squirrels, some bunnies, just, some birds. They seem to get a little bit close to you. One of the squirrels gets really close to Charlie, and appears to be following him. You guys just ignore the creatures? Do you do something with them? You try to talk to the squirrel. It backs away a little bit, and then it goes back to you. It seems to want to climb up you, but is unsure of how you're going to react to that. Do y'all happen to know where the sky fell around here? Yeah, stretch your arm? Okay, yeah, the squirrel hops on your arm and rolls up to your shoulder. He climbs up your shoulder, and he points forward. He extends his right arm and points forward. And as you stop to do this, Wendy, a blue bird, actually lands on your head. And starts singing a song, actually. It's a song that you recognize from childhood, even. It's a little strange that this bluebird is chirping it. Excellent. So you start playing your flute, and as you're playing your flute, everything, all your troubles seem to melt away. It's Space Jam. Yeah, you start playing your flute as you're walking. Wendy, something you actually notice is every time you step, you notice that you leave behind flowers. There are flowers of different variety, following in your footsteps, and you have now learned the song of creation. So anytime you would like, you can now play this little tune that the bird has reminded you of, and you can create plants. Yeah, you guys continue walking through the forest, and you guys are relatively familiar with this. You're finally a fairy. You guys are relatively familiar with this forest. So as you're walking, you know that the edge of the forest is actually approaching, and you will be reaching the hills nearby. So as you guys are approaching the end of this forest, the bird suddenly stops singing. It's been quite a bit of time. The bird stops singing and flies off into a tree. The squirrel jumps off of Charlie's shoulder onto a tree branch and continues pointing into the direction of the hills. I assume you guys exit the forest. You tip your helmet towards the squirrel. Yep, the squirrel does a little nod in return. It does a little chittering sound, it makes squirrel noises. And then it climbs up the tree. Yeah, as you say farewell to your forest critters, you hear them, yes, the bird flew off your head and landed on a branch as well. And it does a little little bird bow. As you look at it, and the creatures of the forest understand that your quest is in another location. Yeah, you thank the bird, and it does the slight melody from the song just as a response to you. Yeah, you guys have now left the forest. The protection effect that you felt is starting to fade as you are getting further and further away from the forest. So you know that there is no longer that guaranteed protection of the forest surrounding you. As you are looking at the hills, some of the hills are very large, some of the hills are not super large. And you do see something in the distance that appears to be smoking. You see a bit of smoke rising in the distance between three hills. But before you get there, you also notice a rather large creature Alright, let's see how scuffed this one is. Yep. Rather large creature in the distance.
Nice car.
Thanks, I grew it myself. Ah, okay. He also grew it himself.
there.
No. Alright, there's a lot to keep track of. Like I said, I prepared absolutely nothing. Oh, is this not a real... Really not a real fucking... You see a hill giant. Hill giant in the hills? Outrageous. That's absurd. He is bounding from where the smoke came from. And he does appear to be threatening. Very large with a club. Anything you guys would like to prepare as this hill giant approaches. And you can hear his footsteps thundering as he approaches. You prepare to dodge? Okay. Your plan is to dodge if he attacks. You should run away. Okay. You do hear him muttering something in a language that one of you may or may not know. Do either of you speak giant? Yes. Okay, Charlie. Charlie, you understand him. Wendy, unfortunately, you do not know what he says. But Charlie, you hear him. What he's muttering is something about the sky falling, and he seems a little confused about it. Wendy, you think he's angry. He looks like he doesn't like intruders on his land. What would you guys like to do in this situation? There's a giant approaching you. Wendy, he's angry. Charlie, he's confused. Hail, fair giant, we are here to assist. I assume you're speaking in giant to him. Okay. Yeah, Wendy, you play your music to increase your speed, and you start leaving. And I assume you're also playing music to give Charlie also a speed burst. Strangely, he's not leaving. He is just looking at this giant and speaking back to it in a weird language that you don't understand. So yeah. The giant does appear to be confused. And he says, "Little man, you know the tongue? You can speak?" Wendy, you think that this giant is prepared to attack Charlie. Okay, you whisper to Wendy. Just confused. Give me a moment. Yeah, Wendy, you hear Charlie say this. And now that you're thinking about it, you were more, scared of the giant. But now that you're looking at his expression, he does appear to be confused. But you're hiding in an area where you can clearly see what's going on, but you're at no risk of being attacked right away. Yeah. Giant, yes, I've been around your kind before and seen many of your great warriors. The giant responds, "Ah, yes, we have many warriors. You say you're here to help?" "Yes, the sky has fallen. I have been sent by the elders to check, but I am not sure what is going on. Come, I will show you." And he turns, and starts walking slowly so that you are able to follow him without having to run. But Wendy, you're actually playing enough music that you guys are able to, if you would like to follow him, you can walk at his pace without putting up much of a, like without having to run. You guys can walk and follow the giant at his stride. Yeah. And I assume, Charlie, you kind of give Wendy the lowdown on what exactly is going on. So yeah, the giant is walking you back towards this piece of sky that has fallen, and it takes a little bit of a little bit of time to get there. Right, of course. And the giant, as you guys are walking, he says, he tells you that the elders believe that the sky falling is something that is proof that the world is actually ending, and they actually don't want that to happen, and are trying to form a coalition with the others of the land to prevent it from happening. Yes, everyone had the dream. Very strange. But the elders have taken it seriously. And he leads you towards this fallen sky piece. Whoa, what is that? Yeah, so you guys do see a large glowing stone in the hills that is letting off smoke. So as you approach the giant, glowstone, yes. As you approach, the giant says, "This is the piece of sky that fell," and you guys can see it. It is glowing a purple color. And Wendy, again, being that you're attuned to magic, there is some sort of a feeling of magic here, but it's not any kind of magic you've ever experienced before. It's completely alien to you. Charlie, it's a big rock. Can I touch it? Yeah. So Wendy, you start approaching it, and as you're approaching it, you're drawn to touch it. The giant actually stops you. He stands interposed between you and the large stone, and he says, "I wouldn't do that. It's dangerous. Touching can be harmful if you don't know what it is." And you do realize that it is very warm, but you do know a spell that will actually... Yeah, that's some big rock. Yeah. You do know a spell that will nullify... that gives you some heat resistance. And, if you would still like to touch it, you can inform... and Charlie, I assume you're translating for each other. So anytime one of you says something, you all understand it. So yeah. And I assume you tell the giant that you know this spell to be able to touch things that are very hot. So he stands aside and he says, "Again, I was just being cautious." And he allows you to try to touch this large rock. Yeah, it's still up to you if you would like to touch the rock. Big ol' rock. And Charlie, you're looking at this thing, it's glowing purple. Yep, no problem. As you touch...
Nice car.
Good, good fucking meme. Nice rock. Good meme. Um, yeah, you touch this rock, and Wendy, as you touch this rock, um, you actually get another vision of the world ending. Um, you see that all of the uh, there are many rocks now falling onto the earth, destroying it. They're of every color that you can imagine, and it does appear that all life will be wiped out. However, the planet itself will stay intact. Charlie, you see Wendy collapse as soon as she touches the rock. Move to catch. Yeah, you go and you, as Wendy is falling, you're close enough that you're able to catch and stabilize her. However, her feet have completely, like her legs have completely given out, and you can either hold her up or lay her gently on the ground. She is out for about 5 minutes, so it is up to you on whether you are holding her the whole time or if you're letting her on the ground. Yes, very strong vision. Yep. Yeah, that's you. Yeah. The giant says, they are in the village. It is just beyond the hills. And he offers to carry Wendy. Charlie, do you let him carry Wendy? Okay, yeah. So yeah, he lifts Wendy, and Wendy, you awaken to flying in the air. You are being held by this giant. He is holding you, and you awaken. He is he's moving with haste, but he's making sure to not lose Charlie. Yes. So you awaken, and you're in such a panic that you say, "Oh my!" And the giant halts in his steps. And he says, "Ah, small one, you have awoken. And you stand." And you do feel like you are able to stand. You are able to respond to by either standing up yourself or by saying yes you can, nodding yourself. Yes, she has awoken. Yeah, so the giant lets you down safely. And he says, we are going to elders. Yeah, so Charlie asks you what happened. Do you describe what happened in your vision? Do you withhold the information? It's completely up to you what you would like to do. You could lie. You could say something else. I saw a bunch of different rocks. And Charlie, as she says this, you have a sudden memory of your dream from a week ago of the Earth ending, and you remember that in the dream, these rocks were scattered across the Earth, and there was no life anywhere. Yeah, so the giant also says, interesting. We must tell the elders. And then he leads to bring you, again, to his village. Yeah, so you guys obviously would like to go to Giants. And he leads you to a nice, very quaint, but very large village. The giant says, I apologize for the smallness of my village, but it is what we have, and it is what we make do with. Everything is very large, in terms of scale. So the houses are huge. However, when you do put it into perspective, it is a very small village. It's not the size of the village, that's how you use it. Ah, very true, small one. Very true. Yeah, and he leads you to the top of the mountain of the hills, in this village, and he says, the elders are just inside this meeting hall. There are a few others that have been called here as well. They would definitely like to um hear about this vision you had. And he leads you into a large meeting hall. Large for you guys, it's normal size for him. And you do see two giants who do appear to be old. You see some drow, which are dark elves. You see some Duragar, which are dark dwarves. You see some Sverfneblin, which are deep gnomes. So mostly underground races. There are some regular dwarves as well. You notice various other humanoid creatures. You see some lizard folk. What else? You see a few of the those with elemental blood. Good name. Yeah, and as you enter, you guys feel interesting magic at work. And as you're before you enter the threshold of the door, you hear a cacophony of voices speaking a multitude of languages that neither of you understand. But as soon as you enter the threshold of the door, it's as if everything makes sense. Everything just clicks, and you now understand everything that's going on. The people that are inside are all speaking of various things that they believe might be happening. One suggests that there's going to be a new creature that comes and destroys the world. Another one says that everyone will just disappear with no trace. So there's a few different theories that are going on. As you enter, the giant that was with you, Wendy, you now understand what he is saying. And he says, this one has touched the piece of sky that fell and has had a vision. And I believe that they might have information that can help. Now all eyes are on Wendy. Yes, you start shaking with anxiety. I saw rocks. So many rocks. The dwarves. One of the dwarves says, "What kind of rocks? Igneous? Um, we see a lot of rocks out in the mountains." The Duergar says, "Obviously, she's not talking about those kind of rocks." Multitude of colors. Ah, well, and then the dwarf starts speaking again. Well, we see rocks of all different colors. There's brown, there's gray, there's black. Yeah, so then as you say some were glowing, the dwarf instantly stops speaking and says, "Oh?" Yeah, and Wendy, as you know, just as a reminder, you did witness them falling from the sky. Um, you did notice them all falling from the sky, causing destruction to everything. So I don't know if that's something you'd like to mention. Yes, you suddenly remember, and you just blurt out that they were falling from the sky. The rocks, the glowing rocks were falling from the sky. They destroyed everything. And the the two giants who have been silent up until now have said, "Aha! The sky is really falling, and that is the issue. We must prevent the sky from falling." And as you describe in more detail this vision that you have had, the everyone in the room is enraptured in your tale, and they realize that it really is most likely that's what's going to be happening. So everyone then decides that they're going to come up with a plan. They believe that they were glowing, falling, taste the rainbow. Yes, the large scale rocks. Bruce Willis going to space. Yeah, that's exactly what we need. Except there's 1,000 of them, hundreds, millions, who knows how many. They believe that that in order to protect the world, yeah, that's a lot of Bruce Willis. In order to protect the world, the gods must be called to return. So in this world, the gods have been absent for thousands of years. A lot of people believe that they are just a myth. And the giants are the ones to suggest that the only ones that will be able to stop this calamity are the gods themselves. They explained that the world was once ruled by giants. Now, this is something that everyone in the room, including you, except for the giants, seem to be surprised about. Because everyone knows that ever since, thousands of years ago, since the gods, essentially since the gods abandoned the world, the elves were the ones that were actually in charge. And, obviously throughout the ages, others have, risen to power in different areas and local areas, as well as nationally. But in ancient history that you guys are aware of, it's the elves that were always the ones who ruled above all else. So this revelation isn't really taken too well by the others. None of them really believe it. But the giants say that the giants once ruled the world, and when the gods left the earth, they entrusted. Yeah, no problem. They entrusted the safety of the world to the the remaining races that were left. And the giants decided to take a step back from ruling and allow the rest of the world, the rest of the creatures of the earth, to, without the protection of the gods, to basically be a little bit more proactive in how they govern themselves. And the giants decided that they were going to, take a step back and allow nature to run its course, so to say. There's an ad happening in a minute, by the way. So yeah. If you guys would like to discuss with each other, wise elders, this is new information to many of us. Even I, who have walked amongst you, your kind for many years, have taken aback. While I am more open to this new idea, I ask you if you have any stone or proof of these claims for the rest. Yeah, the elders, they say it is not important whether anyone else believes us. What is actually important is that the gods must return. We have many rituals, but not all of them are actually true, and we must test out multiple. I would very much appreciate it if you would be willing to assist in one of the rituals. Yeah, and he says it is not important. I understand that some are curious. But again, we are not here for ego. We are here for the world's sake. Yeah, so the giant says there are multiple rituals that we must test out, and it is up to you to decide which one will be one that you would like. The ad is happening now, so I will wait while the ad's going on, just so I can make sure that everyone understands what's going on. Yeah, so as the giant is talking to you guys directly, the rest of the room. Oh, you're back from the ad. Okay. I mean, it says it's still going, but okay, you're back. Cool. The giant says that there's many rituals that can be tested, but there are 3. It was 5 seconds. Oh, okay. There are many rituals, but 3 of them have a high chance of succeeding and at least getting a notice of the gods. The first is the ritual of combat. The second is the ritual of knowledge. And the third is the ritual of charisma. Unfortunately for you, the participants of the rituals may know only the name and not what it actually entails. Let me update the overlay. There is ritual, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the elder giant says, um, these rituals, might likely all will need to be completed. So I will ask that you, as a group, decide which ritual you would like to tackle first. The ritual. Yeah. Yeah, as you guys are discussing this, the giant says, each of these rituals will take most likely, a couple hours, and I would not want you to do all of them at once. In between each ritual, I will give you ample time of rest, as well as preparations that you may need. So again, whichever one you would like to do. You don't have to worry about being tired if you would like to do the combat one first. If you'd like to do the charisma one first, you can also do that. I just want a consensus on which one you would like to do. And do we fighter gain plus 10 charm? Let's get Rizzy. Alright, so you discussed with the giant that you would like to participate in the trial, or the ritual of charisma. The giant says, of course. Now, please, come with me and I will prepare you in whatever way, for this ritual. And he leads you outside of this meeting hall into a courtyard of sorts. Alright, he leads you into a courtyard. That's very big. Yeah. Yeah, he leads you to the courtyard, and once he leads you to this courtyard, man, why did I do this to myself? I don't even know what this ritual could even be. Yeah, so he leads you to this courtyard, and he notices the flute at Wendy's side, and he says, "Ah, you already have an instrument. How nice. That will come in handy." And as he leads you, he snaps his fingers, and a table appears, filled with various instruments of every kind you can imagine. And he says to Charlie, in order to do this ritual, you must both participate. It is understandable that you may not understand music. But these are magical instruments that if you play them, if you believe in the heart in your song, the song in your heart, it'll definitely bring out. So yeah, you instantly are drawn to the guitar and you pick it up. Heart of the chords. Yo, heart of the chords. A heart. Yeah, so you guys have your instruments. Once you pick up the instrument, Charlie, the table disappears, and the giant asks you to stand in the courtyard and begin playing whenever you're ready. And I assume you guys stand into the middle of the courtyard. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Yeah, so you guys start playing music. And as you're playing, what's really weird is, Charlie, you're noticing that the guitar is out of tune. It's strange. Yeah, send this to your friends to totally Weezer them. It's strange, but your guitar seems out of tune. And Wendy, as you're playing your flute, you keep playing the wrong notes for some reason. You know, you're very experienced at this, but you've done this before. You know what you're doing. And as you guys look around, you notice that the giant that was there is no longer here. Instead, there's a crowd of people. Good. They seem to be upset with you. Charlie, is there anything you'd like to do? Would you like to start trying to tune the guitar, or would you like to continue? And Wendy, do you want to take a break, and try to think about the song, or do you want to just keep playing it? You don't like Kingdom Hearts? No, hey, listen, I don't play Kingdom Hearts, but I do like the song. Okay, yeah, you start to try to tune the guitar. As you're tuning it, it seems like you're tuning it. You know what you're doing. You've tuned a guitar before. But for some reason, it's just not working. Oh, you mean the people? They don't like the way that you're playing it. You're not, you're doing the notes wrong. Allegedly. Yeah. So Wendy, do you continue to play the song, or do you take a break and think? Okay, you're choosing a new song. With your heart. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you, so your guitar from yesterday, good meme. So yeah, Charlie, as you're tuning this guitar, one of the strings actually breaks. The string snaps. Wendy, you're starting to play the music. The new song that you've chosen, it starts to resonate with you a little bit, and you're getting most of the notes right. For some reason, you're still messing up on a few of them. Charlie, you do see that there is another guitar off to the side. So you're welcome to change out the guitar that has broken a string. Yeah. So the new guitar, it's also it seems a little bit out of tune still. The crowd seems to be slightly neutral. You both at the same time ask the crowd what they'd want to hear. One of the crowd says, I'd like something classical, something from the old days. Very Riz of us. Yeah, exactly. And both of you instantly. Anyway, here's one to all. Both of you actually have the thought of a bird singing. For a split second, that flashes into your memory. Is there another song that you guys would like to try to play? Excellent. So when do you start playing this song? That does make sense, doesn't it? Callback. You start to play the song. As you do, flowers start blooming around you. And Charlie, you, I assume, are also now picking up on Wendy's lead and playing the accompaniment to this song. As you're doing this, flowers are also sprouting around you as well. The crowd starts to sing along. There's some maidens in the crowd that start to sing. And everyone is that melody. Everyone, it seems to be enjoying themselves. As you are playing, you get lost in the music, and close something. It's okay. I didn't close anything important. Yeah. As you are playing, you notice a bit of an aura around everyone in the crowd as they all start disappearing slowly. Everyone disappearing has a smile on their face until there's only one person remaining at the end, who has a neutral expression on his face. And as you guys finish your song, you notice him staring at you. We might be killing people or something. This is an older man. And I noticed your eyes are like way off. Yes. He says, that song is very good. It is an older song. However, I would like something that brings thoughts of the seasons to me. One of the famous songs that has to do with seasons. And at this moment, September. All right. Yeah. So as you start playing September, September by Green Day. Wake me up when September ends. Good. So you guys both start playing songs of autumn. You notice him start to frown actually, as you start playing these songs. And you know it's not because you guys are doing different songs. It does appear that you have chosen the wrong season, however. Okay, as you switch over, he stands up. He appears to be becoming more irate by the moment. And as you have chosen a third season to try to appease this man, leaves. He walks away. No halation. Good song. However, he walks away. He appears to be very irate. You start playing Click Clock Wood Spring specifically. He stops. He halts for a second. He looks back at you. And he's standing. You do the chirping and everything. Nice. He walks back into the courtyard. He doesn't seem to be any happier, but he has stayed. He does not leave yet. As you finish your Click Clock Wood, he appears to be waiting for another song. Is there any other song you would like to play? Play an original. Okay. Wendy starts making something up on the spot. Spring inspired. Excellent. Wendy starts playing something. Oh no, we're resorting to vamping. Charlie, you can feel where Wendy's going with everything. You two feel like you're connected. You start being able to match the vibe that she's going for. As the man sits back down, after a little bit of time, Wendy still playing completely original, and Charlie going off of what Wendy is playing, the man starts to sing along. And after a while, is the season. After a while, he smiles as he slowly fades away. Once you finish your song, the giant, you now notice, like, Riz the season, well done. The elder giant is smiling at you two. And he says, "Ah, it is good that you have pleased Elreg, Lord of Spring. Again, the gods are not fully with us. However, this simulation has appeared to have been successful. The god of nature is fickle, but he always makes time for a nice song of spring. And the giant explains to you that the first test in the ritual is to test your perseverance. So, you know, the test itself makes it so that you can't play the song properly, and it is then up to you to decide how to go from there. But yeah, you guys seem to have successfully completed the ritual of charisma. Congratulations. The giant then leads you to an area that has some food. You are starting to feel a little hungry, and the giant leads you to some food, and he asks that you partake and get some rest before the next ritual. Oh man. Yeah, so you guys get some rest. You have a nice meal of whatever it is that you're craving. Um, you actually notice that um, it is another human that is preparing the food for you guys. Um, and he prepares whatever you want. You have a nice meal, and you are then led to, you're given the opportunity, if you would like, to either sit at a fireplace. Um, you may use some beds to take a rest, or you can go directly into the next ritual. Which one would you guys like to do? Again, the options are fireplace, sleep, or continue on. Yeah, so you guys go to the fireplace. There's a nice fire roaring. You're brought some hot cocoa or some tea, whichever you'd prefer, in order to pass the time, to gather your thoughts about you. As you're sitting there, you can discuss with each other your, past experiences. You talk with each other, just to get to know each other a little bit better. As you're doing this, time passes, and it becomes closer to nighttime, late afternoon. Yeah, you guys can talk with each other. What is the bomb? Feel more charisma in my body. Magic's crazy, yo. True, 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 true. Strangely, I do as well. Um, and as you guys are talking, um, you know, the the human that was helping you out, yeah, this room is sized appropriately to you guys. The giants are very accommodating. This human brings over a small box, um, and hands it to Charlie. And he says, "The elder said that this is yours, and there's a small box for Wendy as well." Of course. As the human leaves and leaves you to your little gifts, little goodies. He bows to you when he leaves as well. Crack that bad boy open carefully. Inside is a small guitar. It is the size of the palm of your hand. And you are able to take it out if you'd like. You can leave it in there. Wendy, I assume you open your box as well. Yes. So Wendy, when you open yours, you notice that there is, a flower actually, that is, again, the size of the palm of your hand. It can fit in the palm of your hand. Yeah, Charlie, if you take out your guitar, when you take it out, it actually, once you take it out, it actually, when you have the thought that you're going to strum it, it actually turns into a full-size guitar for you to be able to play. Yeah, and Wendy, this flower that you take out, it also grows in size, and it is surprisingly durable. You can play. No, no. You actually, Charlie, when you see that once it grows in size, it actually reminds you of a shield, something you're very well versed in. It actually hovers in front of her, and you feel like you could probably take a hit or two. Hey, that reminds me of a shield. And Wendy, when you so you focus on thinking about it as a shield as it hovers in front of you, and after a moment when you stop thinking like, oh, this is okay, maybe this is a shield, it actually floats onto your lapel, and it is stationary on your lapel. So Charlie, you have been gifted a magical guitar, and Wendy, you have been gifted a flower shield. So yeah, you guys, you guys chat for a little bit more. Oh, me a shrinkable instrument. So you guys chat some more, and then the human comes back after a while, after like an hour or two. Rinky dinky. The human comes back after about an hour or two, and asks if you are ready for the next ritual. Are excellent. And the you are led back outside, and the giant asks which which ritual you would like to do next. There's the ritual of combat and the ritual of knowledge. Gotta be combat. For sure. Yeah, so the elder says, "Ah, I was expecting this." And he says, "Follow me right this way." And he leads you to one of the hills, actually enters, and as you're entering, you feel some magic affecting you as you are greeted to an arena. Who could have foreseen this? Yeah, you are led into this arena, Um, and the elder asks, do you require any equipment, or are you already prepared? And as you are led into the arena, you do see various weapons adorning a shelf that either of you are welcome to take. All right. The elder says, we do not have any potions for you, but any that you have brought, I don't see why you would not be able to. Okay. Charlie, what about you? Do you have any potions? Check the weapons out. Yeah, there's various weapons. There's maces, there's spears, there's shields. There's knives, daggers, sickles, hammers. Yes, so you pull out 2 health potions, and you hand one over to Wendy. So Wendy, you now have a health potion. Yes. If you notice, there are going to be times when I'm just asking if you have something. You're welcome to just say you have it. Yes, there is a ball and chain. I assume you... So do you want a flail itself? Like a flail on a stick? Flail is... It's like this. This is a flail. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there is a flail that you take. I'm on a list now. What, for looking up flails? Oh, for looking up how to make a flail? Yeah. Listen, if I'm on a list for that, I've been on a list for a while. You know how many times I've looked up weapons for Pathfinder? Yeah, Wendy, you find the flail. Charlie, you have your shield. And the elder asks if you are ready to begin the ritual. Okay. Cool. So you guys enter the arena, and when you enter, you do see a large crowd that is cheering for you. Or maybe against you. You're not sure. Actually transparent? That's the real question. Out of one side of the arena, the opposite side of you guys, you notice 3 humanoid figures. You notice 3 humanoid figures. This is not transparent, is it? That is not transparent. Anyways, you notice 3 figures. They are geared up and ready to go. Cute though. They do appear to be ready to attack. and they're behind a gate that slowly is lowering as you have a chance to get your bearings. What is your plan for formation? Wendy, you now have a flail. You have a flute at your side. Charlie, you still have your shield. Okay. So Wendy decides to go with a side-by-side approach. Oh, okay. Or asks... there's actually an ad happening in a minute. I'm going to be right back. So how about you guys discuss what your formation is as I BRB. And there will be an ad happening very soon. Actually, I'm just gonna send an ad. Let's send a long ad so that we don't have ads later. Alright, I am back. The ad might be done almost. Go back. Okay. Got tea as well. I'm a solid DM? Yeah, sure I am. Oh, he's back. Shh. I hope you guys actually are having fun. I know some of it's a little scuffed. We said nothing. I definitely didn't plan anything. I just kind of went with it. And yes, I am absolutely making everything up on the spot. But yeah, Wendy, this is basically what D&D is, but with more rules. I'm super freeform right now, because it's a lot harder with, like, coordinating everything. It's just how the DM. Also true. Except I'm so bad at it. Oof. They're fine. Crazy how you're role playing in a role playing game. Isn't that insane? Yeah, no, that's literally what D&D is. It's role playing. There's just more numbers and math and shit. So yeah. You guys have your formation. You're going side by side. The gate, I said, is slowly lowering. And these bandits are starting to approach. How would you guys like to? Would you guys like to go on the offensive or the defensive? Cool. Yeah. So you guys are carefully watching, and waiting for these bandits to approach. Again, there are 3 of them. One of them appears to be trying to go around you, as the other 2 approach both of you. Each of these bandits is equipped with 2 axes, 2 hand axes. There's 2 approaching you guys, 1 each, and then 1 that is trying to gain control of the battlefield by maneuvering around you guys to possibly flank you. How do you react to this? Alright, yeah, so you guys start defending each other's backs. The bandits that were approaching you are both going to attack you. They each swing their axes at you. They're going in for a double swing, each of them. And the one that was repositioning has realized that his tactic is going to fail, and is just going to start moseying on over towards you guys. So these bandits, each of you are going to be attacked by these bandits. How do you react? Okay. Yeah. All right. So yeah, Charlie. You're used to using your shield. You're used to using having an open hand. So you successfully retrieve the second axe and block the first. Wendy, you're not super used to being in close combat. However, you are able to hit the bandit that is attacking you with your flail. Unfortunately, one of the axes does nick you in the shoulder. It's not a deep wound, but it does hurt a bit. Not super deep, though. Hey, oh, so small ego shot. But you did get a good shot in. You hit him in the side, and he drops one of his axes. You guys would you guys like to do something else now? Yeah, a bit. Sure, they look exactly like the picture. Okay, yeah. So Wendy, you go to grab the axe that has fallen, and you are able to successfully get it before the other guy is able to react, as he has the pain in his side. Charlie, what would you like to do? Do an axe in one hand and your shield in the other. Okay, yeah. You are able to successfully trip the bandit that has attacked you. The third bandit goes up to you guys and tries to go for one axe swing at both of you. How would you like to react to that? As this is going on, the crowd is cheering and yelling, and they seem to be on your side. Okay, you block the axe with your shield. Flower shield, yes. Flower is a shield, yep. So yeah, you actually don't even need to look at the guy. Once you think about blocking his axe, the flower pops out, and and blocks the other axe. And your flower shield is out currently. Yeah, this guy is now stunned, as both hits have now resonated with his on the shields, and he is now stunned for a bit. You guys have the other two enemies. Yeah, okay. You shield bash that guy. He is stunned, so he just takes it right in the face, or wherever you'd like to be shield bashing him. Where are you aiming for? And are you using the spiked part of your shield? Face is good. Yep. No, you're not using the spiked part. Okay. Yeah, you knock him out. You knock him with your shield. He falls down prone. You now have two enemies that are prone, and okay, yeah, Charlie, you gain haste, so you can do another action as Wendy is giving you a boost. So you have just knocked this guy to the ground. He's still awake. There are two prone bandits as well as one that looks like he's gearing up to attack Wendy again. Yep, and you successfully block that that guy as he goes in for a swing. You are able to quickly move yourself and deflect it away. With the speed of your block, you actually parry his axe completely, and this man is now unarmed. As the axe flies away into an opposite, far away near the wall. Yeah. Again, are you using the pointy part of your shield? Okay, yeah. You shield bash him a few times, and this unarmed man is now unconscious on the floor. The first one that attacked you is now steadying and getting up on their feet. They have one axe, and they are preparing to attack you. Wendy, are you still giving haste to Charlie, or would you like to do something else? Yeah, you can do a protection spell. Charlie, you have protection, so you know that you do not need to block the next attack that is aimed at you. As the gonna hook grapple the person's axe with yours. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you successfully grab the axe and pull it away. However, with that action, you have also lost your axe that you had. As you throw both axes away. Um, as this person is getting up, they are now unarmed completely. No, everyone seems to be enjoying the combat. Everyone seems to be enjoying the action. And with that slight second of hesitation, you notice the other guy that was on the floor, but not unconscious, tries to kick your feet out from you, noticing your distraction. However, the blow is completely blocked, as a glow of force kicks his foot away. What would you guys like to do next? There's an unarmed person and a person who is knocked down. Okay. Alright, you have a rune etched into your shirt. And what rune is this exactly? Oh no, it's okay, Wendy. Don't worry. I hope you had fun. Yeah, you I'll just have you are playing your flute during the rest of this ritual, and then you will be off for the rest of the thing. But thanks for playing. I appreciate you being here. I'm glad that I'm glad that the people showed up, and I hope that you actually had fun and you're not just lying to me. No problem. Thanks for taking it seriously and having fun with me. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that you had fun. That's the reason I'm doing this. Okay, no problem. Have a good drive. Be safe. I'll see you tomorrow when you're streaming yourself. Hey, anyone who's lurking, go check out Wendy. Wendy's cool. Good meme. Yeah, but did you do, I can't do it here? Unknown command. Why is shout out not a command I can do on chatty? There you go. We do 2 shout outs on my stream, Kyle. You know this. You should know this. And you know what? While we're giving free shout outs, think I did it? Yeah, but you did the one I know how to do first. It's literally just / shout out, Kyle. It's so easy. I think I did a shout out for you as well. I don't know. My chat's all weird. Oh, I can only do 1 shout out at a time, I guess. You just tried as well. Alright, Okay, I'll give you your second shout out later. Alright, anyways. Again, Wendy, thanks for playing. I don't know if you already left, but thanks for playing. Have a good night. So yeah, Kyle, you have, you have haste for these actions. You said you were you're channeling the power of giant. So does that mean that you are turning into a giant? You are using an enlarge person spell on yourself? Yeah, I get that. But I mean, are you enlarging yourself? Is that what you're doing? No, it's like a whole thing. You don't remember what it is. Oof. You had it in one of Will's campaigns? Well, I'm not Will. I don't know what it is or what it's doing. You have to describe what it does. You get big and there's other abilities. Alright, you get bigger. There's other abilities. Okay, yeah, no problem. You get big. And what do you do to these two people? Smush them together. Okay, yep. And you knock them out. The crowd goes wild. Yeah, as you do this, the three bandits disappear. As if they were never there. Bum, bum. Raise your hands in triumphant fists, and the crowd goes wild. Yeah, you have you've successfully completed that part. And now, unfortunately, Wendy had to leave before the big reveal of you have to fight each other. So I guess you guys don't have to fight each other. What a meme. She knew. She knew, and she just didn't want to fight you. The big reveal, he says. Yeah, the big obvious reveal that everyone knew was coming because we only had 2 people. Implying I didn't already know. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, as you finish this this combat, everyone in the crowd starts to fade away until 2 figures are left. Wait, hold on. I can fix this. There are only 2 figures left in the crowd. Are you going on your alt? Are you gonna fight yourself in your alt? Is that what's gonna happen? That would be a meme. Shadow Wendy to fight. Alright, sure. I'll play Shadow Wendy. Yeah, Wendy fades into the floor. Shadow Wendy appeared. There are two figures in the crowd, by the way. Baker, ha. You're not even good enough to be my fake. Yeah, alright. When you said Shadow Wendy, I thought you meant Shadow like Dark Link, not Shadow the Hedgehog. Son, the hedge. Ow, the hedge. They do not appear to be appeased. They, now that you're looking at them as well, They do appear to be twins. Yeah, so Shadow Wendy, let's actually adjust this now. This one. We've done it. Shadow W. Shadow Windy appears. Shadow Windy appears. Pulling out her flute. And plays a quick little ditty. And quickly dashes away from you. How do you respond? Ah, you pull out your guitar. Okay. And I assume you start playing a song. Is it Wonderwall? Is it Weezer? Nice. Good job. Nice jump. You rickroll him. Alright, yeah, you start playing music as Shadow Wendy actually uses her flute to send 3 force missiles at you. How do you respond? Well, yeah, you take 3 force missiles to the face. It hurts. They're not the strongest force missiles, but you know, it hurts. Like taking 3 punches to the face. The twins boo at you, by the way. You put away your guitar. Yep, it shrinks. It shrinks away. What is your next plan of action? Okay, you ready your shield? Do you move closer? Do you stay where you are? You throw the shield, yes? Captain America time. Yeah, you throw the shield. When you throw it, you hit the flute. And it flies out of her hands. And your shield comes back to you. Captain America's back to you. As your shield lands back in your hand, she pulls out the flail. Okay, you start moving in. I assume you charge. Not a bad plan. Are you going for a shield bash or just like a bull rush push? Like, what's your plan? Push. Okay, yeah. So you go in to push her and knock down. Yeah, okay. You're trying to knock her down. Yeah, okay. You with the force of your sprint, you are able to knock her down. She is now prone. Got him. How close are the axes to you if they still exist? There's one that's not super far away. You would have to disengage with her in order to grab the axe. Okay, as you go and grab the axe, she is able to stand up again. Okay, yeah, you're able to grab two of them with the one action. So what do you do with your shield? You grab the two that you had thrown before. When you hooked the one and threw them, they were next to each other. Put one axe in your belt or something. Okay, so you grab one, put it on your belt, and grab the other. Okay, Shadow Windy is standing now. Okay, you go for the knockdown. However, using the same trick twice doesn't always work out, as the flower shield appears and knocks away your shield. As this happens, he also goes for a flail, and you take a flail to the side. It hurts a lot, more than the force missiles did. Oof, indeed. When you use your shield as a weapon, you can't really use it as a shield. Fall to the ground and yield. The crowd, and by the crowd I mean the twins, they start booing at you again. Shadow Wendy is looking down at you with the flail. Yeah, okay. He's ready the second axe while faking a yield. Okay. Shadow Wendy does not seem to care about your yielding, and is about to attack you with the flail yet again. What do you do with this second axe? Yep, leg sweep tactic works successfully. You catch Wendy off balance, as Shadow Wendy assumed you were actually yielding and was going for the killing blow. You sweep her off her feet, literally. You are now both on the ground. What would you like to do? Okay, yeah. With all the force that you can muster, you pin Shadow Wendy to the ground. She does appear to be trapped, but she's not giving up. She's still struggling. Okay, yep, you take the flail. Which signal are you waiting for? They seem to have a neutral expression when you look up at them. Any signal? They don't appear to give you any. Okay, you raise the flail as if to strike. Are you still watching them? Okay, as you do this, as you're paying more attention to the twins than you are to your opponent, you are tripped from Wendy, who has now gotten one arm out. Alright, I'll just swing, screw it. Alright, yeah, where are you aiming? Center mass, yep. Okay, as you're falling, you aim for center mass. You strike Wendy in the stomach. It is a critical blow. However, Shadow Wendy does still appear to be struggling, and you notice the flute appears back by her side. She's still pinned on one arm, but she is reaching for something else at her belt. Yeah, you kick the flute away as she pulls out the other object and drinks a healing potion. As she drinks this potion, the wound you have just inflicted has closed up, and she begins trying to remove the axe using her free hand. How would you like to react? Okay, using the axe or the flail. There's the one axe that's free, there's the flail, your shield. You only have the flail. Right, I was just saying, there is the other axe that you could have grabbed. Okay, yeah, so you aim for her hands, and you crush both of her hands with the flail. She screams out in pain, but it's like distorted. But you also, with that blow, free the axe that was pinning her, and she attempts to get up with her broken ass hands. Yeah, ass hands. Yep, ass hands. Yep, where are you aiming? Center mass, yep. Yeah, successfully you with that blow, as you swing down, instead of a gash opening up or a wound forming, Shadow Wendy disappears into smoke, and the twins slowly start clapping. They don't appear to have a smile on their faces. They're still neutrally looking at you. They look at each other. You are huge. I also forgot about that. Anyways, they look at each other. Alright, you challenge them. Interesting. How exactly do you challenge them? Okay. They stop clapping. They look at each other. You can see a smirk form as they both, as one, get up. And they do a jump from the stands and flank you, one on either side. They do a little flippy jump. As you're looking at them, one has a lance. I guess it would be a spear. One has a spear, a long spear, and the other has 2 daggers. As you're... They both look at you. They chuckle. And, a second shield comes flying towards you. You can see off to the side that the real Wendy has thrown it to you. Yep, you catch it triumphantly. As you catch it, the exact moment that it lands in your arm. Nia, hello, welcome Raiders, welcome. You've just shown up for the climax. Hello, Nia. We have our shield boy. Yes, welcome. Yo, Kyle, can you do the shout out you know how to do? Thank you. Look at that, my mod actually doing something. Yeah, anyone who'd like to join in, just let me know what class you want to be. If you want to just lurk, you're more than welcome to. We are in the middle of a ritual of combat. Kyle has just challenged the twin gods. I could use the help. Hope you had a good stream, Nia. I guess I'm not raiding you today. You only died once? Nice! You know, you only live once as well. Less deaths equals good stream. Well, I mean, I guess. None of the party has died so far, so we're doing good, I guess. Okay, no problem. So yeah, we've been having a time. No, I meant I'm going to die. Oh, give me a minute. Got it. I understand. Yeah. So as you catch this second shield in like a very heroic pose, the exact moment that happens, the 2 daggers as well as the long spear ignite into flames, and not in a bad way. I mean, it's bad for you, but not for them. Yep, as you think and mutter that, Jump. See, did you get it? You got it. You're getting good at this. Anyways, as you say that, they both rush you. You have 2 shields, one with a spike, one without. Imagine what paying attention does for a jump. Yeah, they are rushing towards you. Okay. I assume you're going for a block? Blocks all around. All right. Yeah. So the spear user aims towards you. You deflect it. You hold up the other one for a block as the one with the daggers slashes about 5 times at you. How would you like to react? Okay, yeah. So you reposition yourself. They now are standing next to each other as they reposition themselves after you reposition. Yes, no problem, Nia. Have a good sleep. Thanks for the raid again. I appreciate it. Yeah, the twins look at each other, and they both say switch at the same time. And as that happens, the daggers and spear leave them, and they both receive new weapons. One with the one that had the daggers now has sword and board. The other one who had the spear is now holding a battle axe. Neither of them are on fire, however. How would you like to react? Like to do an action of some sort? They chuckle. They each chuckle. You going for an attack. Alright, which one are you trying to attack? Are you trying to attack both of them at once? Or are you going for one at a time? Split up the middle kind of action? Okay. Yeah, so you go in for an attack. Put myself in the worst possible position. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you go in for an attack. I assume shield bash towards both. Push the shields toward them and roll forward. Exactly what do you mean? Like you push the shields toward them and roll forward. In what way? Run between them, put your shields towards them, and then run and jump into a roll. Are you trying to, like, vault over them? Or are you just trying to, like, bait an attack? Okay. Yeah, you go for a hit. They both go to block. The one with the large battle axe uses the hilt of the axe to block, and the one with sword and board holds their shield up. Okay, yeah, so you go for a passing strike. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, so after that, you know, you ready yourself when you turn around, and they rush towards you again. Ready your blocks from a low position. Okay. Which shield is facing which twin? Okay. Yeah. Which shield goes for which twin? Which one has the pointy one? Spike towards the bigger weapon. All right. Yeah. So the battle axe comes down, and as it is coming down, the spike, you know, you ready the spike in a positioning, and you actually the spike um, hits the blade of the axe perfectly and digs into the axe, um, rendering it less useful as a weapon. And the sword comes down and hits the shield and bounces off of it, shattering. How do you react? They both have useless weapons now. Go for a leg sweep for both of them. Yeah, you can sweep. You do a little Mortal Kombat leg sweep, and both of them fall to the ground. You notice that the smile on their faces has not been removed since they started fighting. When you ask them to yield, they both look at you. They make a quick glance at each other, look back at you, and just yell "switch." And their weapons revert back to their first set. They are still prone. What would you like to do in this situation? Okay. Yeah, you knock out the twin with the daggers. Daggers fall to the ground as the one with the spear stands up. You now have one opponent. As your shield returns to you, her spear lights up in flames again. The grin on her face gets wider as she goes in for a stab at you. You drop your second shield. Okay. Yeah, she's going in for a spear attack. And use the first to parry the block. Okay, yep, no problem. You have an open hand now. What would you like to do with that open hand? How on fire is the lance? Just the tip. Got him. Yeah, just the tip. That's the meme. Yep, got him. Okay, yep. You grab the shaft. She doesn't let go. Okay. Yeah. You roll the rest of the way. With that blow, you hit her. She drops the spear. She staggers back, but holds her fists up, as if to continue the fight. Alrighty, if that's how it has to be. Okay. Alright. What about the spear? You also have a spear. You drop the spear, or do you still hold on to it? Okay, you throw that aside. Yep, no problem. Yeah, she goes in for fisticuffs. Okay. Oh, I sure don't. Oh shit, we did it. We finished the video, the 3 hour video of no copyright fantasy music. All right, I'm ready for the nonsense. I'll take the nonsense. Sure. She actually seems to be reacting to what you are about to do. So she's not actually attacking yet. She's just ready. Okay, yeah, so she starts to follow your movements. Yep, the ground is ground. The floor is made of floor. Might be a little bit louder. Or this. Yep, the floor is made of floor. As you're circling her, you see her change stances. She was in more of an aggressive stance. She starts to go into a more free-flowing stance. Okay, you go for a punch. She attempts to deflect it with one of her hands. She's using the crane style at the moment. Okay, yeah, she resets as well. Okay, yep, she stays in crane stance. Yeah, she does appear to be watching you. Yeah, so she goes for the deflect. She deflects you slightly. However, you are able to nick her in the shoulder. You put her off balance a bit, and with that opportunity, you notice that you are able to make another strike somewhere. Where would you like to aim after you push her slightly off balance? Okay, yeah, you fully knock her off balance. She's now prone. What is your next move? You again ask her to yield. Well, I do like the consistency. I do appreciate it. Yeah, this time, you can see her, the tension, fade away as she nods and disappears. There is now no one left in the arena. After a few seconds, Walter, your knee is exhausted. That's fair. After a few seconds, you notice the elder giant starts clapping. It's not Christmas music. Oh shit, it is. It's called God Rest You Merry Celtisman. Enter song. Yeah. Hey, listen, we were listening to a 3-hour video. I didn't think it would get this far. I didn't plan another video. I also was not paying any attention to the music. It was just background noise so that I don't have to hear my brain. The Satyr did do that to us. Good fucking meme. I guess it's because it's no copyright, you know? Maybe Christmas and Fantasy across. No, it's just because it's no copyright, probably. Yeah, so the Elder Giant is clapping. He walks over to you as you shrink back to your normal size. He helps you to your feet. And, he says, "Very well done. I did not expect you to challenge, the gods of war, Zavin and Zephyr. Of course, it's not really them, just, a fraction of their true form. However, they did appear to be pleased to partake. I'm surprised that you have managed to have at least one of the Eternal Peers yield. Well, challenging the gods of war is not something that most mortals would think to do. And by a fraction of their power, I do mean that it is a mere imitation. Again, the gods have abandoned us, but I do fear that these rituals are getting through to them. There is one last ritual that I require your assistance. However, I think it is best that you rest. Your compatriot has already taken a journey to Sleep Town. And the giant casts a spell on you, and you are fully healed. All of your injuries are washed away. Yeah. He leads you to the resting area. Not your final resting area, but back in the village. You go back through that one mountain hill that led you to the arena. And you are brought back into the giant's village, where you are able to rest. I think that is good for tonight. It is almost 11. I do still have work tomorrow. Thanks for playing. Thanks for being here. People who are lurking, thanks for lurking. Gross. Gross what? Work? Yeah, I agree. You might still stream tomorrow? Yeah, alright. Hopefully it was fun. I had some good time. Once I got back into the groove of winging it, I was able to wing it a little bit better. It was a little rough starting, but, you know, I figured out where the story was going after a point. That's good. I'm glad. And hopefully anyone who was watching also enjoyed it. Hey Kyle, remind me tomorrow or Sunday, after like 7-ish, to upload this to YouTube. Because I don't want to forget to do that. I think that would be something that I should actually upload to YouTube. So people can be like, yo, what the fuck is he doing with DMing? And then they can be like, oh, this is how it works. And they can just skip to like the interesting parts of the story. So that if I ever do this again, people will know what's going on. I think you can. Just make sure you do it after 7:30 if you want. Any lurkers have someone for me to raid? Any particular reason? I just don't want to forget. Because I feel like this is different from my normal play a game and do nothing content. I don't know, plus if anyone joins next session, like if I do this again and continue the story, and someone joins then they can go back and watch the VOD of the thing. And I think on YouTube it's easier to watch VODs. Alright, I am going to... Kind of rough here. Oh, on Twitch. I'm going to raid Lazy Moo. I have no idea what they're playing. Raid. Yeah, Kyle, thanks for playing. Windy, even though you're not here anymore, thanks for playing. I appreciate it. Nia, again, thanks for the raid. And anyone else who is lurking, I appreciate you just vibing, even if you were not even here the whole time. It was good. I think I did it successfully. I feel like this went better than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting it to work out as well as it did. The delay wasn't too bad, so that was also good. So, yeah. So yeah, I will definitely stream on Sunday. Maybe stream tomorrow, but maybe not. I have no idea. And then Wednesday, we definitely have our 12-hour, unless something happens. But if something happens, I will post on Twitter about it. So let's go with the raid. Alright. Have a good night. Bye.